this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Libra, in today's reading, I'm going to give you 3 cards of the Denise Lynn Traveling Sacred Oracle cards, and then do your reading and then clarify it. So also wanted to put out there that if you look on the community link, I will be posting when I'm going to go live for a free mini reading. So I hope you join us. So don't forget to take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Libra Spirit. Libra, Libra, Libra. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, here we go. All right. 3 cards for Libra for their highest good. This is for Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Oh. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So, you start off with joy and delight. Open your heart to joy and delight, which is very nice. Love it. Yes, you guys, just be happy. Live life to the fullest. You know, enjoy life is what they're saying. Enjoy life. You also have wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Wow, isn't that nice? So, new path is here. Not knowing where you're gonna, which way you're gonna go, but you're definitely on a new path here. Okay. Also fogged in. Go slow and take your time. Definitely don't rush into anything. Try to be careful with your decisions, and definitely really look at everything that you're about to do. Try not to rush into anything, because right now I feel like you're not really seeing clearly. Okay, so nice. All right, so Libra, do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. See what's going on in your reading. One for the current. Wow, that's beautiful. Starting off with the 10 of Pentacles, wanting that stability, that strong foundation, that material success, having enough for everything that you want for you and your family. Nice. 1 for the situation. 7 of Wands. I feel like at times you get very defensive. I feel like you're always guarding yourself. Not like always guarding yourself against like people trying to bring you down or something like that. We'll see more when the cards come out. I feel like you push people away also. For some reason, you're trying to push people away. Let's see what else. And then the past or now. Yeah, the 10 of Wands. Wow. Hopefully that is in the past, but we'll see. You're carrying a lot on your shoulders right now. You feel like very weighed down. You could have been feeling like that. I feel like a lot of us are, everyone is pulling forward though. No matter what. I feel like everybody's going on a new path. Everybody's going through healing. Everybody's going through transformation. Remember that, you know, you can only carry so much on you. Okay. Try not to overdo so much. Okay. You can only do so much. Okay. You have what's hidden, one for what's hidden. You have the Page of Pentacles. Nice. Page of Pentacles is talking about learning something new, maybe something long-term, something that will bring you more abundance coming in. Let's see. Financial opportunities also. Messages. One for the hopes and fears. Yeah, the Star card. Wow, nice. Talking about balancing things out, really keeping your faith and hope and not losing that. Wow, nice. One for the what you need to do now. The 4 of Pentacles. You could be holding on to some kind of money, or actually like holding on to the past, like still remembering it, still trying to figure out, you know, or having a hard time with changes that have been going on in your life also. We'll see. One that you need to work on. The Knight of Wands. Interesting. The Knight of Wands, you know, you're ready to go forward, definitely, but try not to rush into anything, because I feel like I said, you're not really seeing very clearly. I mean, there is a new path here. There is happiness, but you're still like kind of not really seeing clearly. One for the outcome. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Changes in the wind, changes in your cycle, things coming to a close, things moving forward, you know, because things are gonna start closing now. Okay, so interesting. At the end of the tarot deck, you did get the Five of Swords, still holding on to that anger, that frustration, that, it's inside you. You're just like having a hard time trying to let it go. The Emperor, really stand in your power, really be that leader. The leader, the Emperor, he's very wise, very strong-willed. He knows what to do, and so do you. They're asking you to be yourself and not be anybody else, for anybody else. Then you have the Ten of Cups, really wanting that happiness here, which is very nice. You just want to be surrounded by your friends and family, wanting that happiness. All right, Libra. So, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Libra, 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 Libra. You know what? I'm going to put these up here so that way you can see. Whew, all righty. All right, Libra. So, let's see what's going on in your reading. So you start off with the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is talking about material success, wanting that material success. Wow, okay. Really interesting. All right. So, with the Ten of Pentacles, yeah, I do feel like, you're really wanting that solid ground, wanting that material success to come in, wishing you had enough abundance for everything, I feel like you really need to see the truth in things, though, and like not to rush into things, especially like spending your money. Really be wise on what you're spending it on and what you're doing, okay? Because you do want that abundance coming in. It is coming in, but it's like almost as if you're really rushing towards a lot of things, and you got to really be careful. I feel like you're going to know how to handle it because you're also leaving a lot of things behind. Better times are here. Happiness is here. But just really try to slow down, okay? Because you do have the Knight of Swords here. I feel like you're going to have a lot of ideas, wanting to put your money somewhere to create the abundance, to bring that strong foundation, to bring that stability in, to create the abundance that you want. Just really be careful and not, rushing, signing papers and making decisions, stuff like that. You have the Seven of Wands here. Why is the Seven of Wands here for Libra? Okay. So with the, did I have that backwards? Oh, no. Okay. So, with the Seven of Wands here, I do feel it's in the situation. So I do feel like you really need to stand your ground or really stand up for yourself. I feel like you could be pushing people away also. I feel like you're definitely needing to leave something that's not making you happy. There is definitely a lot of things going on in your life, but the one thing is that you really need to start standing up for yourself and standing your ground, like what it is that you believe in. If you believe about this and this and that, then you need to stand strong and believe in it. I feel like a lot of you guys, though, are very defensive also. Like when it comes to somebody saying something about this or saying something about that, you get very defensive about things. I feel like you really need to not do that to everyone, because not everyone is part of that, of how you're feeling, that being defensive. You're trying to defend yourself against something, and you have to ask yourself, why do I do that? Like, why do I get so angry when they start bringing this up or bringing up that subject? For some reason, that's what they're saying with this card here. You do have the Moon card and the Queen of Pentacles. Really slow down, because the Moon card is definitely saying that maybe there are times when you're not seeing clearly, and of course it's here because you have it fogged in, like really not seeing what's ahead or in front of you. And they're asking you to really take your time with things, okay? Because you also have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, she's a multitasker. She knows how to do everything. She's a resourcer. She knows how to create the abundance to bring it in, the money that she needs to continue to keep going, right? But the one thing that she does do is take her time to make sure everything is right. And that's another thing that it comes into play for you. They're asking you like slow down, because they're asking you that you want to go and rush, but you need to really slow down and make sure that you're doing what you need to do to be consistent with everything that's going on. That you want this material success. Yes, it's coming in. Yes, but be careful on how you're using your material success. Also, I also feel like a lot of you guys need to really not only slow down, but really take care of yourself better. You have the Ten of Wands here. Ten of Wands is talking about really overdoing things, feeling overwhelmed. It's time to see what's more important, what's your priorities, like setting boundaries, setting limits on things, and that's what they're asking you right now. Because when the Ten of Wands shows up, it doesn't show up because, they want to show you this lady. They want to show you that, it's time to take it easy, because you could be struggling to keep up with things, keeping you tired, feeling like you're being pulled in different directions, and they're asking you to really set boundaries. I feel like you could be feeling very overwhelmed, but I feel like you're moving on to this new path, because it is going to come in. You have this Wheel of Fortune that says things are closing up. You have this wandering path. You have this joy and delight, so just know that there is more changes to come. And I do believe that it's now, because you have of what I've seen here. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles up here. And what's hidden, and why is the Page of Pentacles here for Libra? Wow, definitely. Look at that. There's that new beginning, and with abundance. Okay, so you do have the Page of Pentacles up here. Yes, the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is definitely talking about messages coming in, learning something new or long term. Financial opportunities, just wanting to create something that's going to bring in the abundance. And I do feel like you will, because you also have this Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is talking about, new projects, financial gain, new beginnings, new opportunities, that you've been through a lot. You've been going through this healing, or these emotions have been all over the place, but it's up to you to really try to leave this behind. That it's okay to show the emotions. It's okay to be in your emotions, but don't let them get in the way of you trying to create something for yourself or making the decisions. Okay. Cause you're moving above this Three of Swords, feeling it in your, wondering why, it's a healing that you're going through, and you're feeling it, whatever it was that you've gone through, the pain of it, the sadness of it, of the Three of Swords, you're going to be moving to something better. Okay. So just know that this is a new path for you. So it's good. You do have the Star card down here, and the Star card is for the hopes and fears. One more card. Wow. Look at that. That's beautiful. So you have 10, 10, 10 here. That's beautiful. It's very nice. You have the Star card here, Libra. Star card is talking about, keeping things in balance, especially your emotions, I feel like you just need to have faith in that everything will fall into its place. But, you also have to do the right thing and speaking about your emotions out there, putting them out there. Or writing them in a journal, whatever it is, but it's time to release them. But I do feel like you need to keep your hope and your faith, don't give up on anything, because there is a balance here. You have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is talking about, making decisions. They're asking you to be real they're asking you to be real about how you're feeling, about how you're doing things, to really be truthful, be realistic in the things that you're doing and wanting. There is a decision here coming through very soon. And it's going to lead you to some kind of happiness, being together, together with friends. I feel like also too, for somebody out there that, you want this happiness to be with your family, to be with your friends, togetherness. You want that togetherness. But I feel like you need to be truthful about it, like truth about what you're saying and what you're doing. That, there are things that you're saying that may not be true, but in that hold on, you guys. Sorry about that. That there are things that you're saying that may not be true. And then they're saying for you to be very honest with yourself. Okay. Like really be honest with your emotions about things and what you're saying about them. And then, or about other people. they're saying, because it will lead you to this happiness, but you got to be truthful and realistic for yourself. You do have the Four of Pentacles here. And why is the Four of Pentacles here? Wow. There's also a blessing trying to come in for you. So that's very, very nice. I feel with the Four of Pentacles here, I feel that you are definitely you are definitely looking for or holding on to something very tightly. Could be the past. It could be, hold on, you guys. Okay, it could be the past, or it could be, you know, just something that you're holding on to, like maybe an argument or just stuff that was going on in your life. So they're asking you to really try to let all that go. Okay. You are definitely moving forward from that, though. You're definitely trying to move forward, and you will. You do have the Four of Wands here, and this is celebration, happiness, togetherness. So it's good. You also have the Nine of Cups, so it's very nice. You're accomplishing what you set out to do. You know, see your achievements and be proud of how far you've come. Okay, because you've done it by yourself, Libra. So it's very nice. And that's something that you need to do now. You have the Knight of Wands here. And why is the Knight of Wands here for Libra? One more card. Something you need to work on. So with the Knight of Wands here, I do feel like, you know, you need to slow down. You know, you're wanting to do so many things, you know, trying to rush, you know, and they're asking you to really slow down. You know, it's okay to be, you know, wanting to do things quickly, but, you know, it's also very, very, like, you got to be careful with everything. Okay. All right, Libra. So, for what you need to work on, you did get the Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands is definitely talking about, really rushing into things, moving forward, and it's in the working, part of it. So, really take your time with things, because I feel like at times you're very disconnected. This person here, you know, it's the Four of Cups, right? But he has his head on his hand, you know, and he's just looking at everything that went down, that went bad, and he's not looking at the opportunities that are being brought to him, or even this person that's there. And I feel like, you know, that it's up to you, and only up to you, to really realize, to really start focusing that not everything is going to be that bad, that you will get better. Things will get better. Okay. That you need to try harder, or be more focused on things. Also to really have gratitude, even if it's the, like, nothing that went your way, still have gratitude that you're still, you know, able to do with something else, something different, you know, going in a new direction, stuff like that. Okay. So they want you to have that. They're asking you to put your energy into something that's going to make you happy. Like whatever it is that's going to bring you, that is making you come down or be down, you know, it's time to change that. It's time to change the things around you so that you can be happy with life. Okay. To appreciate it and to enjoy even the smallest things around you. Wow. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune down here. And why is the Wheel of Fortune here for Libra? Sorry about the phone calls, you guys. I lowered it too. One more card. Wow, you came into your own reading. So with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, the wheel is definitely turning in your favor. Things are going to get better. You know, things are closing. You know, you're leaving a lot of things behind. So be very happy. Be happy with everything that's going on. And you will be, because you have that joy in the light card here. There's changes. Changes are going to come in. Your luck is going to change. There's a truth here. Okay. This is your card. So speak the truth about things. You know, start speaking the truth about things. Start seeing the truth about things, you know. And that's something that they want you to do. You know, things are definitely going to balance out for you. I feel like with the Death card here also too, that you are going through this huge transformation, and it is going to change a lot, because you need to see the truth and you need to see the truth and hear the truth about things. And I feel like you will, but things are going to change for you, because this is a huge card, like a huge transformation, that things are not the same like they used to be. And so now you have to go on with these changes that are coming in. So definitely a lot is here. Wow. But overall, very good reading. Very good reading. All right, so Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.